Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and we're back in Europa Universalis IV. It's been a while, and by a while I mean about a month and a half. You know, it's long enough that I'm starting to feel the withdrawal, and we are back in Europa Universalis IV. Version 1.10, 1.10 or whatever is now out, and the Dorado DLC is now out. And one of the biggest changes here, at least one of the things that I was most looking forward to, is custom nations. And as you can see, the Elysian Empire with King Mark Knight is now a thing. Centered on Yorkshire, that's our capital, because, you know, Yorkshire has to be a capital. So, this playthrough, this is episode 0, just going to explain how we're actually going to do this and who the players are in this game. The Elysian Empire. Now, you might see that we've got this sexy little shield, and it's actually the flag of the Elysian Empire. It's not actually in the game. I had to hack one of the texture files for the flags to actually put my own background in, so you won't be able to play with that flag, by the way, if you're just wondering. But I managed to find it, and that's been added. So, what have we got for our ideas and stuff? Because with your custom nations, if I just show you custom nation, and we go to modify. Wrong one. I'll get to you in a minute. Done. Modify. There we go. So we have the Elysian Empire here, and you can see you've got this points used, 200 of 200. So you have a points limit. And if we get, by the way, we're not the Elysian Empire. I couldn't fit it in. Not enough characters. God damn it. If we go over here, you can see I've used some points over here. I'm 25 years old with a 435. I think that's fairly good. My daughter, who is 6, Alicia, is a 444. We're a despotic monarchy. I was tempted to put an empire in. The problem is, an empire costs you 300. No, it costs you 30 points, and I just didn't have the 30 points. That's 15 of our entire points. Plus, empire as a government type is actually kind of poor. They're better than the despotic monarchy, but they don't ever upgrade throughout the game. You don't ever upgrade them. It's annoying. And conversely, despotic monarchy style is a bit weaker, but you can upgrade them to things like, you know, administrative monarchy or whatever it is, or constitutional monarchy. And that way you can actually get them better over time. And empires don't have that. Plus, empires cost a lot of stuff. I mean, you get the title of emperor, which is pretty cool, but the 30 points, I can spend it better elsewhere. So if we go over to our ideas, this is where I spent our points. So, we start off with infantry combat ability plus 10%. I think that's, you know, pretty nice, especially considering infantry tend to be the bulk of your armies. Tech cost. Now, the Elysian Empire really focused around being quality, being elite, and also being really strong thinkers and forward planning and advanced technology and stuff. So we've got technology cost at minus 5%, which is pretty expensive. I could have put it up a bit more to like 7.5, but then that cost me an extra 20 points, and that's kind of a lot. Idea cost is the first idea we'll get, and that's minus 15 idea cost. So that should be really good. It should allow us to basically sprint for our idea cost groups. That's a lot of points we'll save there. Colonial range plus 20%. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's going to be pretty nice. It means that, especially as the rank 2, we'll get that around when we get our second idea group. And our second idea group will be exploration. And the idea was, as soon as we get that, we'll unlock an extra 20% colonial range. We can just pop over the pond, say, hi, America, I'd like to, steal all your gold, because gold is now a thing. Well, gold has been a thing before, but now there's treasure fleets and treasure ships, and they, take gold, and they tick up, and then eventually, when they're full, they come back over the ocean, and they can get pirated and stuff on the way. So the idea is that we can, basically do all that and get some gold going. Then we have yearly army tradition decay. That's mainly just a cheap one, because I was running out of points. It's not bad. Army tradition, tends to tick away in the sort of early mid-game, and, that'll be a good way to keep it. Accepted culture threshold, very nice, it's good. The earlier you get it, the better, but the problem is I couldn't really afford to get it any earlier. It actually costs a lot more points to get earlier in the game. And, I think it's okay to get here, especially, this is the point where we'll be leaving the homeland. Discipline plus 10%. I like discipline. Discipline is very good. Yeah, take that out of context. Also, co-creation cost, aggressive expansion. Because basically, everyone wants to be part of the Elysian Empire. They just understand that we're just so much better. Of course, it's going to be easy for us to, really take our provinces. And then at the end, we've got yearly army traditions. So, our army's going to have some pretty badass stuff going on. It should be pretty good. I think we're in a fairly good position here. And then we hit done. But to balance it out, because I've taken provinces off of England. I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces of England, and I took one of Scotland. We're actually majorly weakening England, and that means that France is going to skyrocket even more than it usually does. So I've actually balanced this out, and I've created another custom province. Say hello to the Styx Dominion. If I zoom out a little bit, can you see the name? Yeah, you can see the name there, Styx Dominion. Not really very obvious. Modify. It's an oligarchic republic with Doge Harv Knight. Interesting. Related. They have, a number of provinces. They took some off Spain, only to make it fair, to make sure that Spain wouldn't crush France or something stupid in the early game. And also took some off France as well. It should even it up a bit more. They're mainly focused around money, taxes, trade, and mercenaries and stuff, I think. So, got a bit of a change them up a bit, I thought. Change them up a bit. Get a bit of a... Why? Why is there... Well, this is a bug. That's not the nation name. That's not the nation adjective. That's all wrong. Yeah. Elysian Empire. Why? Yeah, there is a bug there. Hopefully they'll fix that. You are the Styx Dominion. And the adjective is Styxian. And you see their idea groups there. And we'll make you... What will we make you? British? I'll make you American. Again, that kind of fits. Yeah, that totally fits. Oh, pardon me. Anyway, so this is how we're going to play it. The Elysian Empire is going to try and fight for, survival against a pretty strong England. England is still a very big threat, even though we've taken a few provinces off it. Especially to us, because, England's got a lot of high tax bases down here. We've got a lot of the weaker ones. Which is how we've got so many good idea groups, because we didn't spend the points on territory. And that's part of what you have to spend your points on, whereas, say, the 6th Dominion doesn't have good idea groups as me, but has a lot more territory. So, let's just say done. There we go. Select the Elysian Empire, and we'll be going into the game like this. Now, thank you very much for watching this very quick 0 episode. If you're wondering, oh, where's the real episode? The real episode will be coming out very shortly, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so looking forward to playing through. I want the Elysian Empire to span the globe as much as possible. And, I have my reputation on the line. The Elysian Empire is now a thing, and I have to represent them fairly, and we have to dominate, because the Elysian Empire can't lose. The sun never sets on the Elysian Empire, as the phrase goes. It's a very famous saying. You've probably heard of it. But until next time, if you've enjoyed this quick look at what's going to be coming ahead, then like and not subscribe. Please consider subscribing. It really supports the channel and stuff, especially with the new series coming out. But until we get going, stay shiny.